Hello, my name is Craig and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to look at the creation of not one but two Tasmanian tiger myrtle guitars. And unfortunately there are some little problems there, a few knots. One of them is actually completely through the board, the others are not too bad. So I'm going to have to fix those up if we want to make a successful guitar that doesn't look too bad. Now, we have only a very small amount to work with, about 5 mils on either side of that, so about 1 centimetre between those two. And if we look at the sides, now we could have used those as the basis for our backs, but because it looks very nice, but unfortunately then we'd have those knots in the middle of our sides if we use the first two pieces. And I don't like bending sides with knots in them, especially one that has completely got a hole in it. So this one fits quite nicely of our OM and our Grand Orchestra model, or Grand Auditorium model I should say. So we're going to have no problem in fitting the sides in. So we need to work out how we're going to cut this. As I said, about 5 mils between each of them. Doesn't give us a lot of room. There's only a few millimetres at the ends of the boards as well, so you have to be really careful. The problem is the knots in the wood on the OM side. That one's not too bad, it's outside the area now. We've got but this one, there's a large hole in there, so we've got to fill that carefully. That's going to be the problem one. Next one is not too bad, it's pretty stable, and we're outside the area for that fourth one. So it's that big one there with the hole in it we've got to worry about. Now we get to use the bigger saw to separate the two, and there's a mosquito there. We have separation. Now I'll collect that sawdust, because I've found that sawdust is much better than just simply sanding for filling in holes. It forms a nice little scaffold, and then you can fill it in with the small fine sandings that you can do. Quite valuable stuff, this. When it's fixed with super glue, you can put a nail through it, it'll hold a nail. Great stuff. Okay, you can see that hole now. It is quite big, but hopefully we'll fix that one up. And there's a small one there I noticed up the very top. It's not much there, but I'll give that a go at the same time. I'll just cover over the hole with some paper. Sawdust in, pack it down, then we add a little bit of super glue. They use the thin type, so it goes all the way through, and as I said before, that'll make it a very strong structure that we have there, that we can sand in some small pieces afterwards. So we just let it dry then. Give a bit more of a sanding. And we have a look at it now after we've done it a few times, and you can hardly see where the hole is now. It's there, of course, but it's not so visible anymore. Let's have a look if we put a little bit of propanol on it. It looks like it sort of fades into the spots or the stripes of the rest of it. We'll just have a little listen to it now before we glue the backs together. Now that they've been glued together and cut out, let's have a look at them under propanol again. This is Titus, the Tasmanian Tiger Myrtle guitar, Grand Auditorium. They'll be giving away to someone on YouTube later in the year. It'll be much later in the year, at least 6 months' time, maybe more depending on the weather. And the other one that we have is Titus, the Tasmanian Tiger Myrtle guitar. It's an OM size. Neither have been sanded to the right width yet, so if there needs to be anything fixed up there, I'll fix it later on for the OM guitar, where that hole was. But thanks for watching. See you next time.